Are you in love with football? And what about sports betting? Do you want to earn really big money from it? Experts of BetFac prepare dozens of solid and safe predictions with high odds every day, so you can win a lot and stably. Just sign up through the link in the description and punish your bookie.
We'll come to that one shortly. Firstly, I think it was probably about the right result overall, possibly. Mohamed Salah is having an extraordinary season. I think Steve mentioned it, but he's already scored more goals this season than the top scorer in Liverpool's last 3 seasons.
Yeah, unbelievable.
In November.
Yeah, and they are, I think it was Sturridge, Coutinho and Gerrard, so some players. The game at times was good, but when it really delivered, he was at the forefront of it. If you want to get tight to him, he's quite happy to nick it around the corner and create something from that. He was so tricky all game. Alonso didn't know exactly what to do with him. This time he wants to show him the line. OK, I'll take the line because I know I can beat you for pace as well. Always alert and alive to the situation. And I like this about him. I like that, he goes into that centre-forward role almost, and he's got a strength that you don't expect, the ability to hold off players like he does here. How many times have we seen him do this season? Cut inside onto that wand of a left foot. Doesn't hit the back of the net this time, but on many occasions, it obviously has. When he's got space in front of him, he's just so dangerous that he strikes fear into the defences. And this is what I love about him most. He wants to hurt you. He don't want to just sit off. He wants to get in behind your defence and make something happen, try and create an opportunity. And doesn't want to stay out wide. Happy to go into those central areas. Very unfortunate here. Lovely touch. Good save from Thibaut Courtois. He created his own look today, and he got a little bit of it here. Bad mistake from Bakayoko, but when he gets into the opportunity, he sticks that one in the back of the net. And I felt, along with Hazard, they're probably the 2 best players on the pitch.
Yeah. Willian, equaliser. he claims it. If he meant that, it was one of the great goals of all time. Not so sure. What do you think?
No, I think it's a cross. I don't believe him. But I tell you what, if I was him, I would say that I meant it as well. I wouldn't say it was a cross, but no, I think it was a cross. Yeah, it's tell by the shape of his body there.
He's the type of player that has got that in the locker, but it's a cross.
Any blame Simon Mignolet here? Do you not think he perhaps?
No, I wouldn't blame him.
Got a touch on it.
I wouldn't blame him. I think he's expecting probably the cross as well. He's come towards his near post. It's a fortunate goal, but yeah.
Conte's game plan was quite interesting. He went with 3 in midfield, which we've not always seen, but he also went with 3 almost defensive-minded players, leaving Fabregas out. That surprised?
I was very, very surprised. Yeah, particularly Bakayoko, who hasn't been anywhere near good enough in that Chelsea shirt yet this season. £14 million they pay for him. Poor pass. Wasn't enough creativity in midfield. He didn't offer protection. He didn't offer anything going forward either. And it was a poor performance from him there. A couple of poor passes, and you're about to see another one here when they win the ball back. But I thought Chelsea looked a much better team in the last 15 or 20 minutes when this guy came on. And then all of a sudden, you've got someone who can pick the head up and pick a pass like that. And Chelsea were a different team because of him coming in there. Right foot pass. What about this one? It's a better touch here from Alonso. Then he's in. I mean, that's on a plate there. 60 or 70-yard pass for Alonso. So you saw 2 with the right foot, 1 with the left foot. Willian doesn't even have to break strides here. That's just right into his path, perfect.
You think he meant that?
And they got the point, which I think a point.
It's one of those situations. It's still a big game, and Chelsea obviously need it. I personally believe a lot more than Liverpool. Liverpool have got massive fish to fry in respect of the Champions League. So, if I was in that Liverpool squad now, I'd be desperate to play, to try to impress, see if I can get myself involved, and I feel that they'll still be quite at it, Liverpool, whoever comes in, because such a carrot.
It is that whoever comes in, a few injury concerns perhaps?
Yeah, Liverpool will want to keep Salah fit.
Yeah, but he's saying, Dave, that he wants to win the Golden Boot. He wants to cement that. Yeah. I think that's, someone's got to just say, listen, man, we need you. You're coming out of here. You know what I mean? That's what I'm personally thinking.
When you were in that situation, would you have wanted the rest if you had a bit? You want the goal? You want the goal?
What's he 4 in front of him?
Yeah.
I'd probably feel like, I don't mind missing this one.
Yeah.
And then if he doesn't score Harry Kane, then you just leave it, because I feel that he's got a big role to play against a Real Madrid side that you know that he's probably... Real Madrid will be looking at Mo Salah and what he does and how he's done.
Nah, you're saying to Bobby Firmino, go on, win me a penalty. I'll come on, take it and go off.
No, exactly. Something like that. But I just feel that it's a big game for him because I thought it didn't happen for him in the Roma game, whether everything was too close, he was too close to everything. But I feel that the Real Madrid game is one that he has to be literally ready to go, bam.
And the form indicators for Liverpool aren't great in terms of their last 2 domestic matches, drawing with 19th and 20th. It suggests that even if it's subconsciously, their focus has switched. I mean, Righty, you played a European final. I don't know how the focus changes when you've made it to that point, and does it affect your domestic form?
Yeah, well, you literally cannot think of anything. You've got the game coming, like they've got Chelsea, and they will be fit. Of course, we've got to try. We still beat Chelsea. We've still got to finish off the league. But your mind is on the final. It's just, it's a natural thing. And the professionalism comes in where you do try to, they'll be probably thinking about the Champions League final up until the game starts. And then once the game starts, say, right, we'll deal with this game. And the manager will be trying his best to make sure that you can focus on this game. It's literally impossible to do.
In the run there as well, let alone even reaching the final, it feels like it's kind of even more accentuated at Liverpool because those European nights have such resonance for them. They hype themselves up so much that it feels like there can't but be a bit of a hangover then for the next league game. And that's kind of come in, like they have looked fatigued to the point where now this Chelsea game actually has something on it when it probably shouldn't have.
No.
I certainly thought Stoke was a massive come down for them from the highs of what they'd just experienced at Anfield.
But that was a first leg, wasn't it, before the second leg? So maybe you can forgive them a little bit for that.
True, but now they'll be even more pumped up for the final. And then you've got Chelsea, who are ferociously trying to finish in the top 4, one eye on a cup final, but they want that Champions League place. And Liverpool side that have almost done it now domestically, they just need... They'll probably get that Champions League spot. So very contrasting emotions from the two sides.
Well, let's hear from Jurgen Klopp then. It's certainly one of those managers that's not going to let things get in the way. Surely, he's just come in, not to the building, but into us.
Both. Very, very important. I said it a few times. I can say it again. It's no problem because it didn't change. We have, how I see it, 2 semis again against Chelsea and Brighton. Very important. No chance to think about anything else. And then after these 2 games, we have 2 weeks' time to prepare the other game, which is in 3 weeks, which would sound already crazy if I would think about that in the moment. And so, no, it's both exactly the same importance, absolutely no difference.
This could be a good opportunity for us. And but I said, as I said a lot of time in the last 3 games, if we want to keep the hope alive, we have to win. We have to get 2 points. And as you know very well, Liverpool is a good team, and it won't be easy. But if we want to keep alive the hope, and we have to try to win to get 2 points tomorrow on Sunday.
A rethink how Chelsea do things, and even the sort of profile of managers they go for. And the word is they want now. They don't necessarily want the star now anymore. Rather, they want the next Pochettino, someone kind of on the upward curve.
They've wanted Pochettino in the past, so that would be a very interesting point. They've been linked with people like Sarri and Enrique as well, who may be a sort of developing coach. But the expectations at Chelsea are such that it's inconceivable that, in my opinion, that he could be allowed another season to risk doing what has happened this season.
But it changes everything, doesn't it? If they do miss out, if you're all saying that they are going to miss out, that changes the sort of manager, surely, that wants to come in, the players that they can then bring into the knock-on effect. As we were talking about with Arsenal, is extraordinary.
It's going to require old-school Abramovich investment as well.
Yes, because he's stopped. He's kind of stopped that. I'm thinking like an appointment like Luis Enrique for Chelsea, depending on, because they've got the kind of money they could pay their manager. And if he comes in and he's in line in respects of what they're going to give him, then you can see Luis Enrique fitting into Chelsea if Conte's not going.
The only thing with that is if they have a problem with Conte's volatility, And I think Luis he's even spikier. Yeah.
You don't have an issue with it if it wins you something in the first season.
Yeah, I also wonder if Chelsea's becoming less of an attractive proposition for managers than it was before.
Yeah.
Because although it's a great job of high profile and you hopefully get money to spend. I know with Thomas Tuchel that he was put off from the Chelsea project. Not that it was on the table for him, but he was put off by the possibility of going there because he wants to build somewhere.
Yeah. It was always Guardiola as well. Guardiola was always put off by that and never, even though he was Abramovich's dream, Guardiola never really considered it in that regard.
And when you look at the fact that Conte, what he done in the first season, then he signed a new contract with no extra years, just more money. Then all of a sudden, they're not obviously not actually giving them the money right up front, and they're not giving them the players they want. So all of a sudden, Chelsea, knowing that, you know, if they don't do something and win something, you're going to get the sack. It is now starting to turn into a bit of a poison chalice.
It does feel a needless situation. I mean, if even we're talking about there in terms of managers wanting it, in this 2015-16 season, Conte, that was the job Conte really wanted.
Yeah.
But it feels like that's the last time it's going to happen in that way. And also that his situation is kind of maybe set that alarm for other managers. So it'd be unlikely that a manager of his standing would want it in that way again.
Quick look at the remaining fixtures, and this one has to be a must-win, doesn't it? I know it's a cliche, David, but when you see what's coming up,
They have to win all three of those.
I think they will.
Yeah.
I think they will, and I think they'll still miss out because Liverpool are virtually there. They can, if they get something against Brighton, they're in the Champions League. Whereas